Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and I can't do. I don't know if I can do this. I honestly don't. But it's here. It has officially begun. The beginning of the end. We are in the end game now. We really are in the end game. It's the beginning of the end. The season premiere of the final season of Supernatural. God, it hurt. It physically hurts just to say that. It physically hurts my soul just to say that. But this is the 15th and final season of Supernatural. This was announced a while back by Jensen and Jared and Misha themselves. They said it was their decision. They spoke to the producers and the writers and the whole crew and came to this decision mutually. And it's what they feel that it's what they feel is best for them personally, and it's what they feel they're ready for. So like knowing that, I can accept that this is how they want to end things, and they've got their own personal lives, they've got their own families that they want to take care of, and they can't do this forever, and all of that stuff. Despite how little Jensen ages, he cannot do this forever. But it hurts knowing that this is where it all ends. I mean, it's the first episode, but this season, I don't know if this season is even gonna have. Jesus Christ, I don't know if this season's gonna even have like 23 episodes, or if it's gonna go the last season's route and just have 20. But I mean, it's the final one. It's the final one, so I do hope they go full circle and have 23. But I would understand it if they did cut it back a little less. But I don't really know either way. But I've kind of shed a few tears, not gonna lie, but a few is being modest. I've shed a lot of tears thinking about this, thinking like just pondering how I'm gonna live in a world without Supernatural. I mean, I haven't watched the anime, so there's always that. I've heard that's like half decent, so I'll see how that is. But even then, that only covers like the first season or the first two seasons or something. But either way, this is what it all boils down to. This is what it all comes down to. I mean, they have to go out big with this. They have to go out on a big bang with. I mean, I've heard characters are returning, so that's a good sign. But they have to bring everything back for this, and then have it end on all on a big bang, go out blaze of glory, all that sort of stuff. But it's just it's still I'm still unable to process that this is the last season. But I love this show enough to actually begin this season and actually to fight my way through it and to enjoy what's left of it and what they're gonna give us to end off the show on a high note. So hopefully we can all tread through this journey together and actually fight through the tears together as well. I mean, there will be tears, and not just because it's the last season. But yeah, this has been a wild ride. Supernatural, I started this show like 2 years ago, I think. I mean, yeah, I think probably 2 years ago. But it's been a wild ride. It's been a super duper wild ride, and I've enjoyed every last second of it. I mean, some stuff I've hated, but in the end, I've still enjoyed it. And it's just a great piece of emotional kind of fantastical drama, like fantasy-filled, emotional, heart-wrenching drama. It's got all of it. But yeah, the season premiered a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just getting to this now, and I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to catch up on by this weekend, so that's super fun. But yeah, it's the final season, so that does mean that it's gonna go all out on a big bang. And the way the last season ended, the way Moriah ended, we had Chuck himself returning after his 3-season kind of hiatus from the show, and his true colors were revealed. I can't even talk anymore. That's how devastated I am. His true colors were in fact revealed, and he was revealed to have been pulling the strings on the Winchesters' lives from the very beginning, starting with the deal that thingy that Mary made with Yellow Eyes to go into Sam's nursery and whatnot. Like from then on, he's just been throwing big bads at them at every corner, and then making them kind of deal with it to pump up his emotional veins and whatnot. Like, he enjoys seeing the Winchesters go through drama and seeing them shed tears and go through all of this emotional turmoil, because he's a writer. He lives and breathes emotional drama and heartbreak and all of that stuff. So he made a gun that he said could kill Jack, but at the cost of you know, the shooter's life as well, and Dean was the one most adamant on killing Jack, so he figured, oh, like, you know, Dean wants to kill Jack, there's going to be tears, he's going to kill Jack, which means he himself is going to die, then that means Cass and Sam are going to end up in mourning as well on both lives, so that's going to, you know, fuel more emotional flames and whatnot, and like all the more drama to come, pretty much. And then Sam caught him out on that pretty early on, and then he finally revealed his true colours to Sam and Dean and Cass and everyone there, and then he snapped his fingers, and then Jack just died. He killed Jack off in the graveyard. But Jack, I think he's... I would bet that he's coming back, because when he was in the empty, he was met by Billy. Billy told him that they needed to talk. So I don't know what they need to talk about. Maybe it's that maybe there's more work for him to do or something along those lines. But Jack, I'm willing to bet he's not fully dead just yet. Maybe he is being offered a chance by Billy to actually return to the living world and do some more work and do some more hunting with the Winchesters, maybe help them take down God, because God does seem to be the villain now. He now noted down Sam and Dean's insistence on not playing their game, on not playing his game anymore, and not submitting to his story and his writing antics. So he's like, you know what? Okay, fine. You want it this way. You want it all to end. You want all the writing to end. Fine. Welcome to the end. That's the end of the story. And then he plunged them into darkness and had all of the souls escaping from hell. Some of them inhabiting corpses in the graveyard they were in, and then them just being swarmed by waves and waves of zombies and whatnot. And a cool little Easter egg showing what more is to come. We had the old monsters coming back. Old monsters. We had stuff from way back in season 1. We had the woman in white by the road being picked up by the single dude, and we had the Bloody Mary in the girl's mirror, and what I initially thought was a Rakshasa, but after reading an online review later I had my suspicions, but having seen the Bloody Mary and the woman in white, I thought, oh, they're going to bring all the old monsters back. So as soon as I saw the clown coming into the house, I thought, oh, that must be a Rakshasa. But no, that does seem much more like the John Wayne Gacy spirit that they actually got rid of earlier in the last season. So a Rakshasa could be coming back. Maybe we even get Wendigo's back and all sorts of different stuff, but old monsters are coming back. Old monsters are coming back, and all the souls have been released from heaven, from hell too. So, I mean, in my opinion, the most dramatic season finale since season 8, since the angels falling from heaven. Most dramatic season finale since season 8. So they've got work to do. They have very, very much got work to do. Sam and Dean have both got work to do, but first they have to team up with Cass and actually, you know, get the hell out of that graveyard and fight through a horde of zombies. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have from the finale. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the season starts, and I'm trying not to ponder too much about this being the end and all. I'm trying to just enjoy every episode as it goes along, see what it has to offer, and see how this finale is actually constructed and how everything actually leads up to the end. Because this is the first episode; it's not the only episode. There's much more to go. There's much more they're going to build up to. So yeah, let's get through it all together like one massive fandom. But yeah, season 15 of Supernatural, episode 1, Back and to the Future, it's titled. Let's go in one final time. Oh, this went Walking Dead very quickly. Souls are still flying out, and Jack's just lying there, dead. Oh, going into the crypt. Oh, damn, that is a neat intro. That is a nice intro.
Cass, their bodies could be anywhere.
Great, so we go outside, we get ripped apart. We stay in here, we're what, starved to death?
Well, those are the bodies. They came out of the ground.
Cass, little help here.
Wait, what? Oh, that was a very bad idea. Very bad idea. Oh, Jesus. Okay, there we go. That worked.
That's not Jack. It's a demon.
Oh, it's a demon. Wait, what?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's a demon?
I just got here and I needed a body, so
So you're a demon.
You inhabited my Jackaboy? Get the hell out of my Jackaboy right now.
What the hell you doing?
Before I exercise you myself.
Okay, I can help.
Cass,
You can help. How's that?
He's an abomination.
You're an abomination with that stupid, dumb trench coat.
Ugh.
Cass, hey, hey.
Hey, the trench coat is a look and it's worked for
Filing Jack's
numerous
call. He
seasons.
can help.
It was God.
Yeah, sure. Oh, you're serious?
Yeah. It
It's a long
was
story.
the big celestial cheese himself.
Look, I'm not some. Okay, we're twinsies, guys.
We are not twinsies.
It's so bad that I actually like Alexander Calvert playing a demon. Like, he actually pulls it off really well, like the whole suaveness of it.
Little spell.
Oh, jeez. You couldn't just cut the tip of your thumb and just be like... No way did that work.
Huh?
No way did that work. No way.
You're welcome.
Wow, oh, that did work. The souls all left their bodies. All the souls left the bodies. So now it really is just a mass graveyard again. Oh yeah, that's happening. That's happening. That's definitely happening. Oh god. Oh jeez, that is horrifying. And she's back. She's back in the game, ladies and gents. Back in the game.
Yeah, how many are we talking about, by the way? Souls?
Hell?
Yes.
2, 3 billion?
3 billion. Jesus Christ.
Alright, let's just stick.
Pull over.
Oh, someone crashed. Somebody crashed. No, sir. Oh, the woman in white. Oh, yep, the woman in white. She went to town on that dude. She went to town on the guy for sure.
This look familiar to you?
Yeah,
A woman in white.
looks like a woman in white.
Exactly.
The first thing you ever faced. Going back into the life. Oh God.
That used to be our woman in white.
We sent her to hell years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
she could be back.
Yeah, but why would they not bring back the same actress then? Yeah, like Sarah Shahi, she played the original woman in white. Is hiding even an option? Is it an option? Like just hide in the car? Yeah, just hide in the car. No one in the car. No one in the car is as empty as a desert without water. Car is empty as hell. Empty as hell. No need to check the car, man. No need to check the car.
You know, we were all worshiping this giant rock that looked like a huge penis, and anyway, folks back then, they were, no.
Historical. A giant rock that looked like a what, did the Easter Island head? No, it can't be it. The statue, no, not the Statue of Liberty.
I mean, you're, you know, gorgeous.
What?
He's not wrong.
Okay.
Like Dean, he's not wrong.
Get out of that body. Easy.
And a human heart.
A human. That's not a joke, is it? I think it's really unlikely that's a joke.
See anybody? Get them out.
Do they really leave their doors unlocked like that?
Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh Jesus! Oh, Joe, Sammy! Oh crap! Oh, that's a massive gash. Come on, Sam. Come on, you can do this. Come on, Sam. Come on. Oh, nice one, Cass. Nice shot.
We need your help, so move your ass. Move your exquisite ass, please. Alright? Great.
Oh god, I love her. I love her so much.
When you were in hell with Alistair, I got a chance to watch you work, and the things you did to those people, I mean, it wasn't torture. It was art.
Okay, that's not a time in his life he wants to revisit, so just, yeah.
Depends how
Just
you look at it.
let's leave it behind.
So with all this going on, what's it
Belfagar.
like down there? Even the cage.
Yeah, even the cage.
The cage as well.
And Michael?
Well, last I heard, he was just sitting there.
Adam?
If he got out,
Adam!
I
If the
mean,
cage is open, that means Adam's
he
out.
wouldn't hold a grudge, right?
Adam's in there. He has a chance to get out. Adam has a chance to get out.
Stay still.
Come on, Cass. Tell me you can heal that too. Wait, what? What the hell?
There's an energy in that one that's never felt that before.
No,
Like I said, it's fine.
there was something else. That, like a red Sam, like Sam in a red room.
Ma'am?
Ma'am? Oh no, that's a woman in white. That's the woman in white. Nope. That's the woman in white.
Fresh, it would be better.
No, I'm sure it friggin' would be Belphegor. Oh, is it the cop? Was the cop killed? She killed the cop, huh? She killed the damn cop. Well, hey, there you go. Fresh human heart. Oh, gee, yeah, I'm just digging straight in there for that thing.
Got a heart.
Yeah. That's all that matters to me in the end, yeah, just that heart. Oh god, no, why are you people wandering off? Oh, she's still here.
Now.
She's still here.
You took me home.
Oh crap, oh yeah, him and his brother took you home. And they took you home, okay, alright. Oh crap, oh do I remember these people? I don't know if I remember these people. I remember her. I remember...
You shot me.
Oh Jesus. There we go. There we go.
Spell.
Casper the not so friendly bitch. Oh, I remember you. Yep, she's the one that pulls you underwater. She's the one that pulls you underwater. That's the circle. That's the circle, okay. Oh, you're out of bullets, Sammy. Oh jeez, yep, just run, just everyone run, everyone run. There we go, across the line. Yeah, like I said, they're inside the circle. They're inside the circle. Okay.
Shut up.
Uh-huh, yeah. No longer afraid of clowns, I think. No longer afraid of clowns.
Thank you.
It's cool. Just, you know, just literally just another day at the Winchester office. Just another day in the lives of a Winchester.
Knock, knock.
Come on.
I'm looking forward to this one. Who's there?
Ghost.
Yeah.
This is the end. I guess this is what he meant.
Well, I'd say not just this. There's a lot more coming.
Screw him.
We still saved people.
Yeah, that's your legacy. Saving people, hunting things. A family business.
For the first time.
Hmm.
It's just us.
This is your first proper chance to take out evil.
Yeah, well, what's one more apocalypse, right?
It's a fair point.
There's no more maze. It's just us. And we're free.
What's to say you'll survive
So
this
you and
though?
me versus every soul in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what that means.
You've got work to do.
We got work to do.
Yeah! Oh god, I love that flashback. I love that flashback. Yep. Oh god. Oh, this was such a nice season premiere. Such a nice season premiere. Oh god. Yeah, wow, plenty to talk about. I mean, it was, I think, for the most part, they actually kept it fairly nice and simple. I think, you know, I think they definitely hit the head on the nostalgia. They definitely hit the nail on the head with the nostalgia. I think bringing back classic ghosts. I mean, it wasn't a McShasta, but it was the John Wayne Gacy ghost, so still keeping it somewhat recent with that part. But then I think I did recognize a few of the other ghosts. They had the BM from the mirror. They had the woman in white. They had the girl that climbs out of the water to grab you down. I remember that from back in season 1. I remember the woman with the axe. She was something to do with, I think, a psychic, I think. Yeah, I think she might have been something to do with a psychic and like another psychic woman. And then there was the guy with the burned side of the head. I think I remember him, but I'm having trouble actually putting my finger on what season and what story he's from, but they were all old and previously fought ghosts and monsters and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, as soon as they met, as soon as Dean mentioned this might be our woman in white, I think it was either Sam or Dean mentioned like this might be our woman in white. I wondered why it would have been better in my opinion if they actually brought back the original actress like Sarah Shahi, who actually played that woman in white. I mean, I get why maybe they tried and she said no. Maybe they couldn't. Maybe they figured that would take too long or something. But either way, I figured that would have been a nice callback, because then, especially then, if people maybe because it was so long ago, maybe not all people remember the woman in white so well. So seeing the actress again might jog their memories as opposed to changing the actress. But it's still a pale ghost lady in a white dress and stuff. So that's recognizable enough. But yeah, that was very, very cool to see. Seeing all of those spirits back. So like the 1 mile spell, I'm confused as to how it actually accurately works. Like, I know it creates that circle that's like a mile wide to actually protect them, but since when the clown and the other ghosts were stopped, like when he was smashing the knife against the circle, it looked like it was curving inwards towards them. So I'm assuming that circle means that it traps all ghosts within that area. Because it did say it started there, but then if they didn't get a good, the demon Belphegor did say that it would start in that area, but if they didn't get a good enough handle on it soon, if they didn't get control of that situation soon, it would spread to other areas. So I think the ghosts in that area are all contained to that area. So that's helpful, but yeah, Belphegor, the demon that escaped from heaven and possessed Jack's body. Didn't see that one coming. When Jack popped back, I thought, wait, they're bringing Jack back this soon? Like, has his talk been over and done with Billy? But then he actually starts talking, and it's like, oh, he's nothing like Jack at all. He's just he's another soul, another demon soul that escaped from hell and just found the nearest body. So, when the souls started flying out, some of them you could see were actually flying out into the sky and doing airborne travel to try and find bodies. Some of them were just tunneling their way through the ground into the different graves and whatnot, and then popping back up as the zombified bodies. So those were technically still zombies. They were the bodies that were actually jumping out of the graves. So yeah, some of them were strong enough maybe to actually go out into the air and look for the perfect bodies, the perfect meat suits, and some of them were just desperate to find anybody that would fit, so they just jumped into the nearest one. And I think given that demons themselves are tainted and tortured souls and already damaged souls, I figured with those bodies maybe they don't or at least with demons maybe the skin suit itself doesn't matter, they can still fit into it. And maybe over time some aspect of the body will still break down, but with maybe if it's the tortured souls, maybe they're damaged, so they need to find a body as soon as possible to be able to last, so they then do that. But Belphegor himself is a torturer. Belphegor is a torturer in hell, and he was an admirer of Dean's back when Dean was in hell with Alistair, and he actually tortured people as well, which, as we know from that one scene, is a very, very dark time in Dean's life, and one that he expressed great remorse over, because he said he tortured souls and he liked it. That was the worst part for him, that he actually enjoyed doing it. So that is very much a time that he doesn't want to have to revisit. But then, along comes a demon who actually watched him do it. So I think in terms of callbacks and throwbacks, this season is actually starting off well with that. In terms of the ghost popping up, Sam and Dean remember knowing what this stuff is, and Belphegor calling back to that time as well. It's a great callback. So yeah, in terms of nostalgia, the season opening really smacked that on the head. They really pulled that off really well. But yeah, so I reckon it is all of Sam and Dean's kills returning. It's the ghosts all returning. But then I wonder, it's all the stuff in hell. So I assume places like Purgatory are still closed off. It's all the souls in hell, I think, or maybe that might be a plot twist that comes up in a later episode. Like, oh, newsflash, the doors of Purgatory are all open as well. So guess what? The Leviathans are coming back in as well. I don't think Benny's still alive. I think we pretty much saw him getting torn apart by a group of Leviathans the last time we saw him. But yeah, I reckon maybe that is a plot twist that they jump ahead for. Like maybe that is a thing that happens. Like maybe the souls in the Leviathans in Purgatory come out as well, because all the doors in Purgatory were opened up. So I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, so Belphegor, yeah, I don't know what it is. I think Alexander Calvert, I think he actually does like I mean, not a better job. I think I like him just as much as Jack as I do, just as much as Belphegor as I do like him as Jack. Like with Jack, there's obviously that innocence to him, that kind of naivete that he's been portraying since season 12. So season 12? No, season 13. Yeah, season 13, I think. No, season 12 was British Melanez. So yeah, season 13, yeah, that was Jack's time, I believe. Yeah, I believe that was Jack's birth. Yeah, that stuff. Yeah, like since then he's he's had to portray like this one character as like this sweet and loving boy who's got all this immense power, and sometimes he doesn't know how to control it all, and he had to progress that character through that arc of like not knowing who he is and trying to be good, and then losing his powers and stuff, like the entire time going through different power crises and different dilemmas, but all the while still trying to be a character who wants to maintain that goodness. And then he dies as Jack, and then coming back into the mix as Belphegor, as a demon who just who just wanted to find a body, who literally just wanted to find a body. He didn't even want to kill them after that. He didn't even want to kill them. He was just like, hi, my name is Belphegor. I was a torturer in hell, and now since I was pushed out of hell, I'm here now on Earth. So how you doing? But yeah, I think he even from the beginning granted he knew that Sam and Cass would have killed him otherwise, but he did offer to help, and he'd offer to help like not only clear the road, clear their path of demonized zombies, but also help them contain the spirits that escaped from hell, and all the ghosts that came back up. So yeah, so he is proving to be helpful so far. I mean, he's a demon. I mean, I don't want to judge too harshly, but at the same time, he is a demon. So betrayal and stuff like that is pretty much in his tainted soulness. But yeah, like he's proving to be a useful character so far. He's pretty funny. He's I think Alexander Calvert is proving himself to be a good actor when he can actually handle that kind of fluidity as well. Like from going from playing someone innocent and sweet and naive and funny, and then to another character who's not only a demon, but he's got this kind of, again, he's got this suaveness to him, and this kind of this kind of cocky wit to him. Like not so much cocky, but just like he's like kind of nosy at times, and he's aware of the situation, and he's just like he's himself basically. He's what you'd expect from a non-lethal demon, if anything. Like he doesn't seem explicitly out to kill anyone on Earth. Like he didn't even have to kill the police officer. He just saw the police officer was dead, and he remembered, oh yeah, I need a fresh human heart. So he's like, yep, just gonna grab that because you're dead now, so you're not gonna be needing that anymore. Which was hilarious. But yeah, I mean, he is willing to help, and he is he himself, he was a torturer in hell, so that was his job. That's all he saw it as. He found it fun, but he enjoyed what he did, like torturing souls and whatnot, but that was his job as well. So he seems to be enough of a cool character so far. I don't want to jump into the mix and say likable just yet, but he does seem to be a funny enough character to add to the mix. And You know, just to see how he pretty much fails to get along with Cass. Cass is suffering. He lost Jack to the hands of God. God snapped him away right in front of him. So now he has to suffer by looking at this demon through the not so existent eyes of Jack. Like, we're just looking at Jack's walking, talking, breathing body and knowing that a demon is what's on the inside of that. Like, that's not really easy for him, let alone just the casual act of seeing a demon possessing Jack as a whole. So yeah, that stuff is likely going to be pretty hard for Cass, but we will see how that dynamic works out. I feel like, I mean, yeah, I feel like eventually Cass could maybe warm up to Belphegor and maybe figure out he's not really so bad. Like, I mean, I think it depends on what we see of Belphegor from here on out, because like so far all they've needed him for in this episode is getting them out of the cemetery and also helping them contain the ghosts. That's all they've needed him for so far. Like, whether or not they enlist his help in fighting back against God, or helping, or even if they enlist his help in actually fighting back against 3 billion souls. 3 billion souls, that is a lot of souls in hell. And like, that's so, I don't even know if that's just like human souls sent to hell because of whatever reason, like whatever sin they've committed, or if it's actually just, or if that's including the demon souls that were in there already. Like, that is a lot of souls. Like, right, Earth is what, like 7 billion, right? Let me fact check there. I don't want to sound like mathematically inaccurate. Population of the world. Of course, that's the top search. That's the top search. So as of 2017, the population of Earth is 7.53 billion. 7.53 billion people. The world population in 2019, current world population, well, it's going up, it's 7.7 billion and climbing. And I mean, I don't know how accurate that kind of climbing statistic is. Like, births today, 12,300. Like, I mean, I get the whole one born every minute, but I mean, this is increasing by the second. So deaths today, 5,000. Well, yeah, just, yeah, okay, yeah. So 7.7. The current world population is 7.7 billion. So yeah, so that, so yeah. I don't. Why did I even check the statistic again? Can't. Oh yeah, no, yeah. So it's to compare, so there's like 4 billion less like people, or less souls in hell than there are on Earth. But yeah, so that's a lot of souls in hell. That's a lot of souls in hell. All of them coming out. So I mean, that includes the demons as well, because Belphegor is coming out, and he said all of the doors in hell opened up. So, you know, all the people being tortured, all the demons doing the torturing, and everything like that. Whoever's in the throne room of hell as well, like where Crowley used to rule. That stuff, like all of that's open. So yeah, so unless they also like enlist his aid in actually taking out all the like returning all of the demon souls and the regular souls back into hell, I don't really know what they're gonna do with his character and how they're gonna actually expand upon his dynamic with Sam and Dean and Cass as well. But I do look forward to seeing how they incorporate him into the season and how they bring Jack back as well, because we know Jack is awake in the empty and he's now come into contact with Billy, and Billy said they need to talk. So looking forward to seeing that little chit chat they have and where it leads and how they actually get Jack to return to his body now that a demon's inhabiting it. But I don't know, like unless they can actually have two souls inhabiting the one body, I mean, that's going to be an identity crisis. But still, interesting to see where and how they go with that. But yeah, that's Belphegor. That's the 1 mile thingy. 3 billion souls. Giant rock penis. I wrote this down. It felt weird writing it down exactly like that. But yeah, like Belphegor said back when he was before he turned into a demon, he was a human on Earth, and back in his day, they used to worship a giant rock penis. I'm almost afraid to Google this, but you know what? I'm gonna go incognito. I did not need that shit in my search history. I did not need that stuff in my search history. Giant. I have no idea what's even gonna come up. Like, I mean, I'm assuming. Wait, let me look up giant rock thing first. Let me look up giant rock. I mean, that just shows me pictures of giant rocks. Okay, giant rock monument, maybe. Maybe that's a better. So, Well, there is a giant rock in. Well, I mean, that's not shaped like a penis, but that is a giant rock in Monument Valley, Arizona. Probably not that. I don't know what he's talking about when he says a giant rock penis. Or maybe it's this. What's this one? The Devil's Tower in Wyoming. Okay. It is really the remains of a giant, please don't say penis. A giant ancient tree. Okay. Maybe it's that. I mean, that looks nothing like a penis. I don't know I don't know what kind of reference Balthazar got for the penis for that. I genuinely have no idea what kind of statue he's talking about. But he said back in his day, people used to worship a giant rock penis. And then stuff happened, and he died, and then he became a demon and all that sort of stuff. So he's a pretty old demon. He's a pretty old demon. But yeah, that's literally all I had to say. But I didn't know what he was talking about, so I was like, you know what? I'll make down a note to actually look that up later, or just try and figure out what that is. But apparently, back in his day, they worshipped a giant rock penis. So that's that. But yeah, all the doors in hell flew open, and that includes the doors to the cage. We know Michael is in the cage, and we also know that our precious baby boy Adam is also in the cage. We also know he's in the cage. So Adam and Michael are in there together. They have been for years. But yeah, Michael, that's our original Michael as well. That's the original Michael that we have. So he's likely going to be angry that he was kept in there for so long. And with Michael's, I'm kind of cautiously assuming that Michael and Adam got along well enough together, but I wouldn't count on it, knowing what Michael is. I mean, he was very adamant on finishing this apocalypse story and the battle against Lucifer and all that sort of stuff back in season 5. But Adam himself, he did not want to be in the cage. He was locked behind there. He said yes to Michael, and then he fell into the cage with Sam, with Lucifer inside Sam. But then Sam was taken back. So Adam returning has been a long-awaited thing. I mean, we don't know when it's going to happen. It has to happen because, for one thing, it's the final season, and for another thing, with now them having revealed that all the doors to the cage have been blown open, and all the doors to hell have been blown open, it only makes sense for Adam to be able to leave now that the cage door is open. I think that's one of the things that Dean was realizing. Like, he questioned Michael's thing because that was also another thing. But I mean, you could tell from the look on his face, like, wait, that means Adam can leave the cage. That means Adam can leave the cage finally. But also, Adam might hold a grudge as well, because I think back when Sam was soulless, they did ask Death to retrieve Sam's soul from hell, from the cage, but then they told him about Adam's soul as well, and said, "Oh, we need you to get his one as well." But then Death was like, "I only have the energy and whatnot to make a one-way trip. I can only retrieve one soul, so you have to pick and choose." So, you know, it being Sam's soulless life on the line, Dean went with Sam's soul. So I don't know if Adam knows about that, like if he just saw Death coming down being like, "Hey guys, just on my way to retrieve a soul here," and then Adam's just like, "Great, I'm a Winchester too, and you're taking Sammy's soul and leaving me here. Great, those sons of bitches really double-crossed me on that one again." And then even in season 10, we had another reference, like with the musical episode. They had like all the different singers like dressed up as members of the Winchester family, and then they even had Adam, and the girl pointed out like, "Oh yeah, that's Adam, John Winchester's other kid. Yeah, he's still trapped in the cage in hell with Michael and Lucifer." So fun times. And then you just saw the look on their face again, like, oh crap, we forgot about Adam. So finally, my boy Adam gets justice. He gets released. He gets freedom from the boiling hot depths of hell in the cage. But how he comes back, I am super duper looking forward to, and seeing how they unfold and how they unleash that story of how Adam actually returns. But yeah, that does mean Adam has a chance of coming back, as does Michael. So he's likely going to want to return to heaven and restore some order, and maybe even help them with their whole angel shortage crisis, because Jack only created a few angels, like a handful of them, so Michael will likely come back and have a lot of questions as well, but he will likely want to return to heaven. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how that whole thing unfolds. Looking forward to seeing how all of that unfolds. What else? So, Demon Sam. I remember... Let me see if I can get back into that. I remember when Cass pressed his thingy up against Sam. That sounds very wrong. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this was the vision he had. So he was trying to heal his bullet wound. Wait, yeah, no, hold on. So yeah, you just get no, that's too early. Yeah, no, okay, just let it play out a bit. So he's healing the thing. He's healing it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's Sam. So he's got the demon eyes. He's got black eyes. And that was Dean. Wait, that was Dean. That was Dean. Yeah, it showed Sam with demon eyes. And then yeah, that was Dean with a beard? I can't it's like it runs by too quick and it's too blurry, I can't tell. I think Sam with demon eyes. And then Dean with a beard. I don't know how much time passes then, but he's just collapsing on the ground. And Demon Sam is snapping his neck. So Demon Sam kills bearded Dean? I don't know what kind of timeline that's from, but I mean, is that a vision of the future, or is that a vision of something else to come? I don't know, because... Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, I remember this. I saw a picture of this on Twitter. There was a picture on Twitter of Dean taking out someone in the bunker. Like, there were red lights, like the alarms were blaring. But it wasn't, like, it wasn't regular Dean. He was wearing, like, he had his sleeves rolled up. He was wearing, like, a scarf or something. He had beard, like he looked like a different version of our Dean. Like an AU version of Dean. So, wait, are they going to explore the AUs a lot more? Is there going to be like a multiverse thing? I don't know, like, because Chuck confirmed that there are other universes where Sam and Dean are there. Yeah. Oh, so they're gonna be. He might try and. He might try and bring in other Sams and Deans, but then Demon Sam. I mean, is that just a demon possessing our regular Sam, or is that a demon Sam from another universe, like one that said yes to some kind of demon? I don't know. Oh, but I remember that picture of Dean. He was like a really raggedy kind of fighter, he gave me Infinity War Cap vibes. So the way Cap looked in Infinity War, the tattered suit, the facial hair, the long hair, the rolled up sleeves and everything, like an actual warrior Cap. Like he the image of Dean I saw back on Twitter gave me Infinity War Cap vibes. So I feel like that could be an AU version of Dean, like a maybe an Infinity War Dean. I don't know, maybe some kind of supernatural Infinity War, but I don't know. But that does give me strong alternate universe vibes. That does give me strong alternate universe. But if they start bringing in stuff from other universes, oh god, that'll be big. That's going to be like a whole other threat that they'll have to face. And we don't even know if they can face it, but... Oh god, okay. So that's more to explore on that end, but yeah, damn. And one final thing I wanted to talk about is to do with their kind of monologue at the end of the episode, like Sam and Dean talking about how this is the one time they get to fight something of their own free will. They're like chances are God's gone now. Like he told them this is the end. Like what he meant by this is the end. Like knowing him, what he meant was this is the end of this universe. So enjoy it while it lasts. Because he's going off to create another one. Like all these different worlds, he's created them. He's moved on from them for whatever reason. He's just left them behind to fend for themselves, and then he's gone on to create another universe. So that could be what he's doing now. Like God, being the villain in this season, is just in the essence that he's throwing everything they've ever fought back at them, and then leaving them to fend for themselves. Like he always does. Like every season, he's been throwing some new big bad their way, and then leaving them to fend for themselves. Under the pretense that they're his guys and that they're looking after the world and all that stuff. So, but now is finally the time that like God is gone, so they don't have to worry as much about him being around to fight him anymore. But now they can fight something, knowing that they're in control and knowing that they are the ones fighting it to save the world, as opposed to fighting it just waiting for some other threat to come along. And this is likely what he's done to other Sam and Deans in other Sams and Deans in other worlds as well. Like they've become self-aware and known what's happening, and then he's been like, you know what, story's over, I'm starting from the top. So then he just throws everything at them and then leaves to create a new universe. And then but I mean, what he like when Sam started talking about that, like them being able to control what they fight and them being able to control how they fight now, it reminded me of one of his speeches from an earlier season where they were, I think it was just like a filler, like a kind of filler episode, but like the way Sam spoke, like he said, like he wanted one day to be able to go after the source, like the source of all supernatural evil. He wanted to go after all because like their lives from the beginning have been day in day out of ghost hunting and vamp slaying and ghoul killing and just fighting all of these monsters. So like Sam wanted to be able to not just take out the big bad of every season, but also just to go after the source of all the evil that was being thrown at them and take that out so that they could take out all the evil in the world and just live a normal life for once. So I feel like this might be their opportunity to do that, because God has been throwing everything at them and then leaving them to fend for it. So with God gone, God throwing everything they've ever fought at them is now God's last attempt at anything. That's God's last thing. So now likelihood is he's gone on to fight other evil. So with God gone, now they don't have to worry about anything more coming their way, because this is meant to be the last straw. This is meant to be the last thing they ever fight. So if they can get through this, that then means they can live a normal life, because all the evil in the world has been potentially vanquished, and like they have nothing left to worry about. No more big bads, no more monsters. I mean, there might be the occasional vampire or werewolf or something popping up, but besides from that, no more big threats for them to have to face and stuff like that. And if they want, they can retire and even leave the whole hunting thing to other hunters and retire and live a life of their own. Like they could do that. So I feel like this is a nice subtle callback to that line of Sam wanting to go after all the evil in the world, and actually, wanting to take out the source. So this is finally their chance to do that. So we'll see how well that source hunting actually goes and how Sam and Dean actually fare against it. But yeah, that was an interesting first episode. That was an interesting final season premiere, but it hurts thinking about that this is the final season premiere that we'll ever see. Like, no more season premieres, no more no more road so fars, none of that stuff anymore. I think they still use that stuff for the actually no, I don't think they do. I don't think they do use it for season finales. I think they do use it for season premieres only. So yeah, this is probably the last. Well, no, not probably. This is definitely the last road so far that we'll ever actually see. So we started it, and now together, we will see this season through, this show through to the end, and we will enjoy every last minute. We will cry when we have to. We will laugh when we have to. We will cheer when we have to. But we will enjoy this last season as it goes on. We will enjoy it. So, yeah. that is pretty much all I have from this episode. It was great to see the nostalgia coming in, and it was great to see how well everything was actually built up for this first season. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have from this one. So that was Supernatural Season 15, Episode 1, titled Back and to the Future. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on the episode on what you think is coming up next in this season and what you think is coming up next in terms of old enemies returning. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you guys next time.